when I have side control, before I've established everything perfectly, like right when I've passed, one of the common problems I can run into is this guy turning into me, okay? Just turning into me. So neither of us really have an underhook, right? But he's able to turn into me. So I can try really hard to knock him down. I mean, there's definitely ways I can do that. I can grab this near elbow. There's lots of things I can do. But another thing that I can do is just give him that space and come around him and lock up the Kimura. Now, his best play is to just power the other way and get his elbow free and get his elbow down to the ground. Okay? And now if he does that, he just flattened himself out north-south. No problem. Okay? So that's kind of like worst case scenario for me. I did the work to pass his guard. He was gonna turn into me, so I started going around towards his back and just locked up the Kimura trap because it's on the way, right? So this is my intermediary position where I straddle the head. So I'm just sitting on his head with my knees on the mat, okay? So now, I have lots and lots of options here, but the main thing to understand is I have a powerful control position in and of itself, combined with a submission threat, but I don't have to go directly for the Kimura, okay? If I am gonna go directly for the Kimura, it's gonna be hard clearing his grips off his gi. So I'll act like I'm trying to just force it through, knowing that's impossible, so that I surprise him a little bit when I tear it away from his gi, out and around, but I'm not gonna finish here. I'm gonna keep rotating my body like I'm throwing a punch and sprawling. Elbow to the ground. Sprawl my hip down by his shoulder and face. And my other leg is trapping him. Gonna bend this arm 90 degrees, oh. Okay, and I roll him up, put your hand on the ground to save yourself. Sorry?
Shoulders are just a little tight.
Sorry, put your hand on the ground to protect your shoulder. Connect your hand to the ground, protect your shoulder. He can protect his shoulder there. So I have to roll him up to the point where he can no longer connect his hand to the ground, and then it just takes a little pressure. Okay? So that's the finish on the Kimura. That's one option. Another option is to attack the armbar. So all the time when I'm here, if he just forces really hard down to the mat and gets his elbow in, he can do it if I'm not mindful of trying to keep his elbow up and countering it with my elbow coming up, leveraging, you see? So I'm really gonna emphasize that pressure as I rotate to an armbar, okay? So I'm gonna step up here, and now from here, I can just pivot. See, I just pivoted, and now I'm already in an armbar position. I just need to get this foot like under his shoulder so my knees aren't so wide apart, okay? With this grip, I've got a little more time. As long as I keep his elbow up like this, if I really want to get my leg over, I can. It's not totally necessary, right? I can just keep it here and keep the arm pinched here. And he's going to be doing whatever kind of defense he's doing. And how I break his arm away from here is another question. If he only grips on his gi, that's actually not a problem for me. Okay, I'm going to come through here like this. Go ahead, hold on. Yeah. Connect my hands. It'll be more of a problem when he connects his hands. Okay, but I can do the same thing here. Okay, without getting into too much complex grip breaking. That's the general idea. Now, my other option is positional. From here, I'm going to circle towards his back. And as I drop down here, I try to catch his head in here. Okay? So now I have a seatbelt at the same time I have the Kimura grip. And then I can come back to that technical mount. And that chair sit. And I can start attacking the back. Okay? So those are the three main options. There's others, but for now, 3 main options.